Don't get bitter, get better. Rejection can be tough to take and can have an impact on your attitude. You can get frustrated, take things personally, or even get defensive. My sales manager told me that you have to take complete and total responsibility and ownership if you lose a sales opportunity. You have to self-reflect. I asked, well, how do you do that? He said, ask yourself questions like, was I prepared? Did I ask the right questions? Was the prospect the decision maker? Did I oversell? Was I talking too much and not listening? He said, don't go to that dark place whenever you lose a sale and start blaming by saying things like this. They weren't qualified anyways. They just couldn't see our value. They already knew who they were going to go with. They weren't the decision maker anyway. Our price is too high. Our products and services aren't competitive. My sales manager reminded me that the problem lied not within the stars, but within myself. He told me, don't get bitter, get better. So I asked, how do I get better? And he said, practice. I said, how do I practice? He said, every day for 15 minutes right before you start prospecting. Here are the 3 steps he told me to do, and I'm going to give them to you. Number 1, practice one prospecting skill at a time. For example, I knew calling corporate executives, I was going to get the I'm too busy to get together objection all day long. So I practiced a response over and over before making my calls. I still remember my first response. I practiced it so many times 35 years ago. I can understand you're busy. Most successful people are. That's why they like to meet for breakfast before the day gets going. How about we get together for breakfast next week? I can come to you. Number 2, practice slowly and then pick up your pace. Especially when you're practicing a script and you really want to get the words down with the right voice tone and inflection. Slower is better. Put the grooves in the record. Number 3 is practice relentlessly. In pressure situations, you always fall back on what's most familiar. What you fall back on will typically be what you have practiced the most. When you practice your skills, you'll become more confident, and your confidence will manifest itself when it matters most under pressure. This advice was so beneficial. Avoid blaming. Don't get bitter, get better, and practice your prospecting skills for 15 minutes before you prospect. So tomorrow, prior to prospecting, set aside 15 minutes to practice.